Emma's Universe podcast.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Emma's Universe podcast.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Emma's Universe podcast.
Hello, happy Friday. Oh my goodness gracious. What an interesting weekend podcast. Seriously, cannot get any better than that. I am stoked about it. This is awesome. So whoops. Okay, I'm adjusting my seat again. So welcome to Emma's Universe podcast. Today we're gonna be talking about the power of intuition, trusting yourself in life, love, and business. So that should be interesting. Let's get started. Oh my goodness. Well, let's talk about the gut feeling I ignored. Yes. I had a weird feeling the moment I walked into that meeting. It wasn't something I could explain, just a subtle sense that something was off. But I ignored it. I let logic take over, and that decision ended up costing me months of stress and thousands of dollars. Have you ever ignored your intuition and regretted later on? From meeting people, like I talked in the last podcast, to bad decision when you buy something and you receive it and it's like, crap, this is not what I wanted, to a bad date, one of the worst one. You went on a date with somebody and it's like, yeah, no, and it turned out to be, oh boy, I want to go home. Oh, have you ever done that? And instead of listening to that little voice saying, don't do it, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And it's like, oh boy, no. And you sit and you're looking at yourself, say, oh, dumb, I knew it, but you got to do it. Couldn't help yourself. So, how do you distinguish between fear and intention? Intuition, not intention. Intention too, but intuition. So, here's the truth. Fear is loud, chaotic, full of what if. Intuition is quiet, subtle, but persistent. It's your little voice, that little whisper that sometimes, because our ego is too loud, then we don't hear it. I started testing this in my life. I would pause before making a big decision and ask myself, what does my gut say before my brain interferes? And the results were life-changing. And it's so true because fear will always run. Let's say if you decide to buy a car, you're going to freak out thinking, oh my God, I cannot pay that. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. How is it going to cost me? There is the maintenance. There is this. Or I cannot, you're renting an apartment. And it's like, well, if I'm buying a home, I got a mortgage. I got this. I got that. And you freak out. That's fear, which is normal. But your intuition is like, yeah, but you can do it. It's fine. The right place, the right time. Or you're meeting somebody who's charming you, but your instinct said, there is something I cannot put my finger on that is not right. But it's just so nice. So coming with flowers, so fantastic. And at the end of the day, not so much. And that little voice said, yeah, I told you so. And you're like, yeah, just be quiet. Yes. But those are the kind of things that you have to really listen to that intuition, to that gut feeling, because we all have it at a different degree. Some people have it very low because they are not trusting that little voice, that gut feeling. And some, like I do, have it very high, which doesn't mean we miss the point. Because I have done a few times and I missed the point because I ignored those red flags. I honestly can say I ignored the red flag on some of them. I ignore them, yes, because I just say so. I decided to ignore them, which at the end backfire in my face and I got a big slap in my face. And it's like, ouch. But practical exercise to sharpen intuition in business and relationship can be extremely useful. The first one will be the 10-second test. Before deciding, ask yourself, if I had to decide right now, what would I choose? And don't think too much. Just sit with that and answer it. Yes or no. If you're not sure, you have a second option, that is the body check-in. When faced with a decision, scan your body. Do you feel right? Do you feel light, which is right? Or do you feel heavy? Or something is not right, like I have doubts. Something, I cannot put my finger on it. The body doesn't lie. Telekinesis is a great way to check what your body is doing. It will answer you better than your mouth. Trust me. My darky one, Dr. Randy, who is my darky, my holistic dog, does it all the time. My mouth will say something, my body will say something else. The look back exercise. Think about past mistake. Did you have a gut feeling before they happened? And you can do it now, actually. Check on two things. One, when you had a happy ending, when something happened and you just went for it and everything worked out. How did you felt, and what made you make the decision? Become the observer and see it, and then look at something that went wrong. You took a wrong decision. You made the wrong deal. You buy the wrong car. You went out with the wrong person. You got two choices for the job, two options, two opportunities. You picked the wrong one. Look back at it, observe it, not blaming yourself, but as an observer to see, did you have a gut feeling before that happened or not? Did you saw this? Did you saw the red flag or not? Because that's something. Again, we all have it. Some people are more attuned and some are not as attuned, but you can increase it. Okay? The science behind intuition. Studies show intuition is pattern recognition. Your subconscious is analyzing details before your conscious mind catch up. And it's true, it will catch up sooner or later, but your subconscious is always the first one. That's why gut feelings are often more accurate than overthinking. When you start to overthink, you're confusing, you're creating the chaos in your mind, and you're like, am I going to do it? Am I not going to do it? I am not sure. Like we always said, in doubt, you don't. When I have doubt, or I said a word, I don't know, I don't know, I cannot put my finger on it. There is something here, but I don't know what it is. Then I back down. I don't move forward, because if something is wrong, maybe I cannot see it, maybe it's hidden. But if you overthink it, you're going to turn yourself mad and you might take the wrong decision. So think about past situation where you did great. Think about past situation where it's like, holy crapola. Two different feeling of lightness, feeling your gut feeling saying yep, and the other one is heavy, it's doubt, it's you don't know, it's messy, it's foggy. So this will help, but I think most people don't rely on their intuition. I use my gut feeling because I went into places, I went to works, I had some great outcome for some of them, and some I showed up on projects that did not turn well, and I knew it even prior to enter the room, actually, in the meetings. I have seen people losing their mind over projects, over direction in their lives, because they were not listening to their intuition, but they're listening to the chaos. They were not focused enough. And you really have, when you do this, listen to your intuition, because again, it's never wrong. Your intuition is your lie detector. That's what I love my intuition, because you cannot lie to my face, because I'm going to know your lies and I'm going to stop you and I'm going to tell you and I'm going to call you on it. That's your intuition. Your intuition will tell you the truth. People rely on others. And too many times I have seen people who had a different intentions giving the wrong advice to people, and the people got angry at those individuals. And it's like, no, you should be angry at yourself because you asked for those advice. Listen to your intuition, and in doubt, don't move, stand still. It will show. Soon it will show. It will show the truth. Not in the next 5 minutes, you never know, but maybe 10. But it will show. And sometimes I have stood still and saw thing happening, and I'm like, thank God I did not move forward with this one. Oh, thank God I waited to see more of the business decision, to see more of a relationship. And I'm talking not only mates, I'm talking friends. Same with the coworkers, same with everybody else. Take the time to check with your own self. Your body doesn't lie to you. Your intuition will never lie to you. Stop and for 10 seconds do the test. And calm yourself down, ground yourself, because most of the time when we make wrong decision is because there is a fear. Sometimes we have fears interrupting the flow. We maybe want something because our ego says so. I want it, but this is not what you needed. So be mindful of those moments where you're in doubt, where it's not you talking, or maybe you can feel the collective and the energy of the collective that can influence you, because, oh my God, somebody got a red car. I want a red car. Well, good for you, but I don't care about a red car, so I'm not going to get a red car. I love my regular car. Like I said, it's not to take a jab at anyone, but everybody wants. We were pushed from the previous administration to have electric cars, and I'm like, no, I like my car, I like my gas, and I'm not gonna change it, because if you get a road trip, I get more mileage with my car and go further than an electric one. And try to find, when they start their EV station, it's fine, but it's not everywhere. So you're depending on those stations as well. So looking at everybody who wants to push everybody to do their own decision, I'm like, no, I like the design on some of them. I like the shape. It's pretty cool. Love it. But performance-wise, still have a problem that doesn't meet my needs. Should I be listening to everybody and jump and got one? No, I like mine right now. Mine is just fine. I'm happy, skippy with it. But when you decide to make decision, you have to sharpen your intuition. If you're in business, and I've seen it too many times, people jumping boats because a company decide to go to a different direction, or you get a new CEO, and some people get, the rumor mill say, oh, they're going to get laid off, and everybody's going to jump the boat, and they're going to take the first position because, oh my God, they think, that's the end of the world, and that, blah, blah, blah. I have seen it. And those individuals 6 months later are miserable because this wasn't the right place for them to be, the right job. So they're going to change and try to come back. And that happens to one individual. It took him a year and a half. Actually, he was blocked to come back, which was funny. Some people hold grudges. Well, he came back. And it was very interesting to see that he wasn't happy. And I'm watching him and like, God, you gave me a heart attack. You gave me a headache, people, because you went and took the wrong decision. Again, look at where you are in business. Ground yourself in a relationship. Open your eyes, ground yourself. If you're grounded, then your gut feeling, your intuition will be higher. If you bring chaos, fear into your magnetic field, then that becomes an issue because now you have a cloud surrounding you and you're in a freaking fog. Yes, unknown is the unknown, but it's not the fog. Unknown is the unknown. A fog is a fog that will be a distraction for you to make the wrong decision. How many times have you, in personal relationship, listened to too many people and you made the wrong choice? Same thing, as I said, same thing in business. Sharpen your intuition. This is your key to be able to navigate the raging river that is our life. Trust yourself in life, love, and in your business. That to me is one of the biggest things you can ever do to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are accountable for your actions. Remember that. This is not the person who gave you the wrong direction, the wrong information. It's you. There is no blaming game either. So develop your intuition because it is your greatest guide. The more you listen, the sharper it becomes. So why don't you try this for the next big decision? Don't overthink it. Go with your gut, then see what happens. Every decision I have made, they were made with my intuition. I had the little thing that happened afterwards for my home, for my car, for everything I've done, even for my dog. So I know I'm successful when I do things because after I said yes, I know it's the right thing to do. I'm going to go into a panic mode for about 5 minutes. I'm going to freak out, literally. And I get out of it and I start to laugh and I say, well, that's the stamp right there. But I'm not panicking while I'm doing it, or I freak out, I call it, while I'm taking the decision. It's after the facts, which is funny. But that's always been one of my patterns, which is very interesting. But you have to ground yourself and let your intuition guide you, because you never going to be wrong when you do this. And I think this is one of the biggest life lessons people should be doing. So this was, and it's the shorter one of the three actually. This was our podcast for our Friday talk. So I hope you're gonna do well. You're gonna have a good weekend. If not, then you create your world and you say, yes, I'm having a fantastic time. So all my love, guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.
Where do we go from here?
Emma's Universe Podcast.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Emma's Universe Podcast.